Good morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain calls. Markets are higher today. Beans up about 3 cents, corn up 3, and wheat up 7 cents. Soybean oil is gaining on meal. The Dalian prices, soybean and soybean meal, is lower, while palm oil is higher and soybean oil is also lower. The fact that China is trying to restrict imports of corn is also moving the domestic corn price in China higher. I think the soybean and soybean meal is lower because of the talk about Brazil soybean vessels coming in and unloading soon. Last week, China bought 30 Brazil soybean cargoes. It's interesting that when you look at some of the news channels, they all talk all of a sudden today about commodity prices rallying. We are up against some of the prices that we haven't seen since 2014. And in 2014, the peak of oil prices, crude oil prices during that 2011-2014 timeframe was $112. We also note that overnight gold is testing new highs on central bank buying and in front of inflation data today. So when you look across the board, you've got the crude up, gold up, cocoa making testing new highs, coffee's up, sugar's up, cotton's up, and the meats were up yesterday. So in general, the broad-based commodity prices are higher, and we noted that yesterday funds were pretty much net seller of grains across the board. So this choppy trade that's going on in the grains in front of tomorrow's USDA report and in front of our weather this summer continues to limit volume in our marketplace. We did note that the domestic U.S. cash corn basis is firming up, narrowing the spread between the May and the July. As far as weather is concerned, again, when we look at the 2-week forecast, there is chances of some rain down in the southern plains, and there's chances of rain across the Midwest. Consistently, though, the western corn belt will be drier, which should help corn plantings, and the eastern could be wet, which could delay corn plantings there. So we'll just kind of see how this impacts prices with the fund short. 138,000 beans, 35 meal, 256 corn, and 90 Chicago wheat. We also note that two interesting articles out. Number one is that Russia and China have pledged to deepen their alliance against the U.S., and that we saw that their trade in 2023 hit a record $240 billion, up 26%. We also noted last month China received a record amount of volume of Russian crude oil. The other issue is that Russia may incorporate in the future occupied Ukraine territory crop production, so that could move their wheat crop from 90 to 92 million tons to 100 million tons, but USDA will not follow.